Hi there, it's Dr. Bernstein, and in this video, I am going to introduce you to Biography in Context, one of the databases that you have access to as a student here at Trident Tech. So the very first thing you want to do is go to the TTC website, and you're going to see this link on the right-hand side of the page for library. Click on it. And what you want to do is then get into the databases section of the website. So right here is a tab you can click on to get to the databases. You can also click on this link right here on the left hand side of the page. And right here are the databases that are quite popular, but also then they have databases A through Z. That's what I want you to click over to. And we're going to be looking at biography and context, but I also want to show you that there are a lot of databases that you have access to. So if you're a student and you have to do research for a course or there's something you want to learn more about, I would go to the library's online databases before I did a Google search, because you can find great stuff online, obviously, but some of the critical thinking and the assessment has already been done for you because the library has decided to purchase these databases. Whereas if you're just doing Google search, sometimes you're really going to have to decide and figure out, like, is this information trustworthy? Why not? We'll deal with that in another video. But for right now, I just want you to click on Biography in Context. And if you're on campus, you'll be immediately taken into biography and context. If you're off campus, you're going to have to enter in your TTC ID number to get access. And so you'll see right here they have some categories and names already broken down for you. But what you'll want to do after you choose your author, or maybe before you choose your author, you might want to go through the list and just explore the authors a little bit to see if you're interested in them and the type of issues that they deal with in their writing. But say I'm going to choose a writer that who we're not going to be working on this semester, and that's William Faulkner. So you type in the author's name, uh, click search, and it is taking us to the page. Now, one thing that I just want you to know about this biography and context is that it brings together a range of sources. So it's not just one source that you're getting access to. So usually at the top of the page, you're going to see a picture of the author. I always love to see pictures of authors to see what they look like. They will link you to some sort of brief biography and overview of the writer. What's this one is from the St. James Encyclopedia of Popular Culture, and it's got the information. It's also got, if you're interested in doing some further reading, some further research, they'll give you some basic references. One thing to keep in mind with biography and context, it's not the top of the top, like it's not the most scholarly or advanced research on an author. It's really more general information, maybe for the process of starting out getting to know someone. Then there are some references to academic journals. So there's reference material, magazine work on the writer. Sometimes they actually have work that the writer published in magazines, but here it looks like for Faulkner, it's really references to him in magazines, and you can see the top three, or you can click to view all 41. Featured content, news, like up most recent information. So like here, oh, David Milch is thinking about bringing Faulkner to HBO. So and then they have websites. So what you want to do, and audio and images. So what you want to do for this part of the project is start exploring your author. Look at the biography. You don't have to look at every single one of these links, but I would explore what comes up in academic journals, what comes up in the reference pieces, the magazines, the featured content, what's going on with this person, with this writer's place in our culture now. Check out maybe some audio, look at pictures. This is where you're just getting some basic information about your author, getting your feet wet, so to speak. And as I mentioned in the guidelines, you are going to have to write a summary, an overview of biography and contexts page on your author. So you want to keep track of this information, like where you're getting these quotes from. Another thing I don't know if you know how to do is say you find some quote in here that you find really interesting. I'm just going to take out the first sentence for the sake of ease. What you can do is just highlight it and copy and paste it into a separate document. You could name that document Biography in Context and pull out the quotes that you want to use from there, or the information that you're finding useful. So that way you don't just do the work, explore it, and then have to come back and try to find all this stuff again. You've already found it. The trick, though, when you're doing it for a site like Biography and Context, is that you want to make sure that if you're pulling out this quote, that you also pull out the reference. I would copy and paste it into your research document so that when if you're using that quote, you could say, in the St. James Encyclopedia of Popular Culture, we learned that, and then you can have your quote. So you want to keep track of things. That's what I meant in the instructions, is keep track of where you're getting this information from. So that is it for my introduction to the Biography in Context database. And as always, if you have any questions or concerns, or even if you have some tricks or advice for other students about using this database, feel free to post them on our D2L discussion board. Thanks. Bye.